All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to King Midas Collection. Boy, there can be only one. Deep in collectibles. I don't know where to begin with this one. We just got a pretty awesome score. I had a buddy who's been in the Whatnot game in this area for a little while, and he just decided, hey, I got a little on the way. I'm going to get rid of all this extra that I have. But on top of the extra that I have, I'm just going to give you everything. And if I decide after, 6 months, 9 months, wherever, I'm going to come back to the hobby, but I'm going to give it a break for a little while. So I'm going to give it to somebody I trust, somebody who I know is going to turn this around and just boost their business. And we both thought this was the perfect opportunity to do so. Gave me a lot more Copper Age, Bronze Age stuff to work with. Not too much Silver Age, and then of course modern stuff as well. We got some slabs, man. We got some cool trinkets. We got a bunch of frames that he had of, I guess, posters that he bought at conventions signed by artists, magazines, a couple of statues, cards, sports cards, Fleer Ultra Marvel Masterpiece cards, 93, 94, 95. If anyone's interested in those. I don't know where to begin with all this stuff, man, but we're just getting started. So I'm going to show you quickly a few things from that collection, but also a couple of things that, again, just always cleaning up in here, and some things that came in the mail as well. So we'll start there because it is something that is pop culture related. And I always want to be a part of pop culture, no matter what it is: comic books, movies, TV, toys, music. So that's what we're going to talk about with music, because hey, we're anticipating Deadpool 3 coming soon. Deadpool and Wolverine, right? And it still hasn't been confirmed, but I think we're on the right track where this is going to happen, right? And she's going to pop up, and she's going to be in the movie. So we jumped on the hype train, right? Had to, because again, it just encompasses all pop culture. So I don't feel like I'm sellout. I mean, I enjoy her music. Y'all know who I'm talking about, and it's not a big deal to me. I think that I think it's mostly old heads that are like, this is stupid. Like, why is it's not? And the numbers don't lie, right? People are buying up these variants, so it would be dumb not to hold on to some and see where it goes. So what I'm talking about, of course, the Taylor Swift tidal wave book, Female Forces, out there. There is tons of different variants. I think the Shikari is probably one of the better ones. But, I mean, you had to go into it. You had to get into it. So, this one was from Unknown Comics. I wish off the top of my head I could remember who the artist was. I think his last name was Defendini. But did this great Dazzler variant here that I really liked, so I decided to pick it up. So they had a bundle for one 4-pack for the 150, but it also got us the metal. And y'all, I'm fans of metals, so I will take metals all the time. I got all of those for that price. We looked it up as these books came in on Saturday, and just that foil alone was already selling for $150. So the hype is real there. The hype is real. Not only did we get that metal, but we also picked up this metal as well. So that is another metal cover there for all the Taylor Swift hype. Because there's hype. There's hype. All right, there's a couple of books that we traded for at the last show. So these are going to be either on the website or at Big Lick in a few weeks. Mind you, we're 2 weeks away from Big Lick in Chantilly, Virginia, the Dulles. I think it's the Dulles Convention Center. If it's not a convention center, it's just the big center that they have there to host big events. April 13th and 14th, Saturday and Sunday. So, Strange Tales 137 there. We got a first solo for New Black Knight there. Marvel Superheroes Present 17. Nice book, nice key. Avengers. I'm looking at different Avengers, but Fantastic Four 100. Big anniversary issue there. The price is going to drop because I feel that with these, it's not even a bend. It's kind of like a, that's weird. It's a weird little mark there. That's not a bend, but I think we can lower the price a little bit on that. Iron Man, wow. I'm all over the place. This Iron Man issue number 12. Down to number 12. I think 12 is probably the earliest copy I own. Look at that. And ASM 22. 12 is a good. Any ASM 12 center, it's that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. And speaking of nice keys on the ASM training again, issue number 38, second Mary Jane. So big deal there. Iconic pose there, doing the dab. We got a Frankenstein, Monster Frankenstein with Marvel issue number 1. So if you like your horror stuff, you like your Frankie books, I think that's his second overall appearance in Marvel, because his first one is in an X-Men issue of X-Men. Marvel Superheroes, issue number 15. First, not first, but Medusa solo story there. Fun little key. All right, I don't think I showed you guys these, so let's finally get a chance to show them. This is the 1 in 25 facsimile for Wolverine number 1. Love that. You have the original box, Marvel Hero box there for that. So I had to pick that one up. And the only other one I want to show you out of this pile here. Oh wait, I did show you. I think I did show you guys these already, right? Because this is the 1 in 25. Yeah, I showed you guys these. Well, you got another. Yeah, I said the same thing. Nothing's changed with that. Oh, and apparently this is the second appearance, tied for second appearance of Cheryl Blossom. Archie's Pals and Gals issue 161. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let me move all this back out of the way. I'm gonna change the prices on those so that's ready to go in the box. These Taylor Swifts, we'll see about getting them graded. It really all depends on this Deadpool stuff, right? What y'all think? You'll have to let me know. And also, I don't know why this is all slided all of a sudden. All right, check these out. I believe this is, they all say 1996, 1997. Highland Mint Comics Collection. So I actually asked my boy Keith over at To Be Continued about these, if he had any insight, and he told me about them. So that was really cool. But check these out, man. These are solid plated cards from Highland Mint of some iconic first issues, first appearances of Marvel goodness from the Silver Age, of course. Silver Surfer number 1, not his first appearance, of course. That came in FF47, but or is it 46? Oh no, I got my FF wrong. Next up, of course, Incredible Hulk number 1, 1963. This one has a copyright in 1996, I believe, but I mean, these are awesome. These aren't, I don't think these are the original cases. I think somebody just stashed them in here, but these bad boys are incredible. I got 4 of them. The only one I didn't get out of this collection, oh, and excuse me, we're jumping into the collection stuff now. So, was the AF-15, but look at this, Fantastic Four number 1. Beautiful stuff. And the last one of my favorites, X-Men number 1, Highland Mint. How cool is that, y'all? I'm sure other people in the community have seen these at one point or another, but still, you don't see that very often. Next up, we'll have this over at Big Lit Comic Con if anyone's interested. This is the Whitman reprint, Marvel Special Edition, Star Wars. So definitely has had some love, but it's still an iconic Treasury Edition book. So look at that. That is awesome, man. A couple more rips up here. So thinking about $10, maybe $15 for this. $10-15 if anyone's interested. We got a couple Planet of the Apes magazines in here from Marvel. So That was pretty cool to find in the collection. And there's more. I really only went through like 1 or 2 boxes, but I got like 17 plus a crate, and yeah, 17, and 5 of them are longs. So who knows what's all in here? I can't wait to dive in, but we only grabbed a few things. So we had a bunch of Batman the Damned, of course. And what's interesting about these two are not the ones that I want to show you. Those are actually going to the show, which is why they were there. So we'll get to that. Next up, we'll show you this here. These are kind of cool. We have this Betty Pages, kind of like a Reader's Digest size Betty Page book. And it's just highlighting a bunch of like old photos and advertisements and stories. Like the Case of the Missing Pinup Queen is one of the stories there for Betty. So it's all about Betty Page, which is really, really cool. Never seen that before. Also, this was like stashed away. It's not in the greatest shape. It was definitely on somebody's table in red, of course. But Jet magazine, if y'all remember Jet, good stuff here. 1991, the GOAT, most exciting pro basketball player ever. 1991. So cool to see that. Anything Michael related, you know, that's stuff that people want to collect. Next up, I've never owned a copy of this. This is about a mid-grade here, but we have Adventures in the Fear 19 with the main thing. What's significant about this key? Very first appearance of Howard the Duck. So good to have that, because we also got this really, really cool little Marvel Howard the Duck from 2007 from Diamond Select. There's only 1,000 of these made, so this is number 248. Look at this thing. This is cool. Howard the Duck, he's got his beer cans. Is that... I don't know if... okay, that's probably spilt beer, but the beer cans in the back. I thought it was like he peed himself or something. But... pretty cool. He looks awesome. I love it. Back over here to some more magazines. And there's a couple more of these too, so I'm really excited to get to them. But some Nintendo Powers here. We got Mario from 2011. All Mario edition. Saw on eBay these were going for like $40. Yeah, this pretty cool magazine here, which is not listed on cover price or on Comic Book Round, but Advance Comics from issue 32 from 1991. All the news and upcoming comics, games, cards, and more. So Advance Comics. And what's cool about that on the cover, of course, you know, the X-Men, 1991, right? We're talking about 1991 X-Men Volume 2 with that beautiful Jim Lee art right there on the cover. Yep. For a second, I was like, that is Jim Lee, right?
First place.
I mean, of course it is. What am I talking about? Next up, no significance here. I thought this was going to be worth something, but this is from 2007. The post office put out these Marvel superhero stamp collecting and creativity kits. So he's got the entire thing in here, which is really cool. Stamps, superhero stickers, all intact. More magazines. Oh, this one's not even a magazine. I thought this was just really cool. We have, and it's not even colored in or nothing, the Coloring Activity Book, Marvel Superhero Secret Wars with a poster inside. This is cool. And here's it's an X-Men poster from 1984 on the back. So I'm not going to open up the whole poster so that it doesn't fall out or anything, but that is pretty cool. We got some Alf magazines. So the only reason why these are, like, I'm able to show you guys these is because they didn't fit anywhere. Like, everything was stacked. So these were just kind of like in my passenger seat. We have a Fighting Stars magazine from 1979. Bruce Lee on the cover. You just love seeing stuff like this. I'll collect anything Bruce Lee all day. December of 79. Here we have this Bananas magazine, Star Wars, issue number 62. I think this is from 1984, Star Wars edition. And of course, Batpeen. I actually didn't. I don't have a cover. I don't have a copy of this. Batman Damned, and then the Jim Lee variant as well. So we finally own one of those. The only issue I had was issue 3 for some reason.
I ain't got no brother.
Then of course, yeah, you guys do what you will with these, man. But Penthouse Comics. This is issue number 24 here. Yeah, there's a couple of those in there. Not only did we get that, but we also got the number 1. And I actually took some photos of inside of the Adam Hughes story. Kind of a wild little story there. Actually, I don't remember who wrote it, but he drew the first story in there. And the last really cool thing that was in there was this Thundercats Puzzles to Color book. So it's a Thundercats coloring book from 1986. So no price on this either, but it hasn't been, there's no markings at all in it, which is really nice. At least nobody actually wrote in it. Cover art by Daniel Kirk. Alright, let's get to some of the fun stuff. And we'll call it a video here because we're going long on this one. Slabs! What is this, y'all? Is that a 9.8 ASM 300? Is that a 9.8 ASM 300? What? Alright, there's a catch though. There's a catch. Take a closer look. That's not English there, is it? Yep. If you look really close, it says Turkish edition. So, unfortunately, it's not from 1990, what was it, 1991, 1992 when that book came out? Still 9.8 ASM 300 for sale. That's pretty cool. I was like, oh no, we can't afford that. But pretty cool book. Next up, we got some Spawn homage covers here. Y'all know these. You remember these? Low print runs on all of these books. 9.6 on the Dark Knight Returns homage. We have a 9.6 on the Walking Dead, Spawn of the Dead homage. It's almost as if somebody really didn't believe that they could all be 9.8s. Wild. ASM 316 homage. Well, look, that one's a 9.8. We got one in the 9.8. Not only do we have the homage, but say what? We have that OG as well. Direct edition, which I like better because Venom in the box here, UBC box, is so much cooler than the actual barcode, in my opinion. 9.6 ASM 316. Venom's first official cover appearance. I don't count the other one where his head is on there. You know, that's cheating. This one's really cool. Amazing Fantasy 1000. They did these shattered editions here. So this is just the shattered variant for homaging AF-15. We got Web of Spider-Man in a 9.6 for sale. Batman The Dark Knight Returns, issue number 2 in a 9.6. So it's awesome though that all these homages here actually had the wire was in the way. Actually had like the Spawn variants of them. So we'll show you those here shortly. So here we go. This is a good one. Hulk 340 in a 9.2. Beautiful McFarlane. And staying on the McFarlane train. 226 in a 9.6. Y'all saw that. I was being a little not as cautious with that one. So you all saw that one. Here's a Spawn, homaging that special king size special here, 9.6 for 229. And then the big boy, 7.5 of this one, man. King size special. This is technically Hulk Annual #1, and CGC labels it as such, but beautiful classic Steranko cover. And rounding out some more of the Spawns here, 9.6 on the ASM 300 homage, 227. And then 231 for ASM, or excuse me, Spider-Man #1. And our last two, we have first appearance of the Mandalorian, Star Wars 68 in a 9.4 CGC. And not only to finish off this video here, finish it off. Actually, yeah, we'll finish it off because maybe I'll save these for later. We have Captain Britain OGs. Those are cool. Star Wars 42, first appearance of Boba Fett in comics in a 9.2. CBCS 9.2, but still, first Boba Fett. Hey, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Not even the tip. There's like a sneak peek of what to expect from this collection. I can't wait to dive in and find some more of the keys, show you guys some awesome stuff, or things that like just mean more to me. Y'all know I love my reprints, my variant covers, so we'll see if some of that stuff is in there. But hey, we'll take some Silver Age, some Copper Age, Bronze Age keys. So tune in for the rest of this collection, and then towards the end I might tell you guys how much we spent on it. All right, thank you so much for tuning in the video, do all that great social media stuff. Guys, join the Discord down below because I'm going to post exclusive photos in the Discord and in the Discord only. Everything else, we'll probably do videos and stuff on Instagram, and then books will be posted as always on deepincollectibles.com, so be sure to check back then or send in requests. Join that newsletter today. All right guys, Bag and Boredom, we out.